We move over to this story next. The trial of a man accused of the murder of 7 of his relatives is expected to start at the Thohoyandou High Court in Limpopo today. 53-year-old Enoch Ndou faces 7 counts of murder after 7 of his family members were shot and killed on Christmas Day in 2021 in Jimmy Jones outside Malamulele. For more on this, let us now speak to our reporter there who is outside the court, Lutendo Bobodi, who is joining us. Lutendo, good afternoon, or rather good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Let's quickly take a few steps back and remind us how we got to the point where we're at currently and what happened on Christmas Day 2021.
Well, you'll remember that it was a tragic incident that shook the whole South Africa, sending the whole country through a shockwave, that when Mr. Enoch Ndou allegedly shot 7 of his family members. That was apparently family jostling over resources or an inheritance that was left by their father in Jimmy Jones. It had been, at that particular time, it had been a pent-up fury, a result of a pent-up fury, as there had been some fightings between or within the family members from a long. It was a protracted fight, and that resulted in that tragic incident that was 2 years ago. You remember that last year in December, the family gathered, and we did that story. The family gathered and did some sort of commemoration of that incident that happened the previous year. At that particular time, we spoke to some of the family members who were still aggrieved that they felt that the wheels of justice were moving too slow, and they felt that the suspect here, Mr. Enoch Ndou, should have been already sentenced to some time in prison at that particular time.
And tell us about some of the witnesses, if at all, that the state would be relying on. And on that fatal day, were there any survivors?
Yeah, of course, there were survivors. It was a family gathering, and it was quite a few members. We don't really know the exact number now at this particular time, but there was a family gathering, and then there was a shooting, and then 7 people were murdered, including children at that particular time. But yes, some survived, some just ran away for their life during that particular incident, Adri.